Hello, doctor. This is Group 8. Our group presentation is about the communications and multimedia in 1998. And this is our group numbers. First, please let me introduce this ad. So, Section 233 of Malaysia's Communications and Multimedia Act 1998, CMA 1998. So it's this act focus on the improper use of network facilities or network service, seeks to regulate the use of the internet and communication tools, especially in the internet. So this law is focused to protect the people uh, safe in the internet. Okay.
So this part is about the background. You can see the first law is establishment of multimedia super Curado. The Malaysian government launched the MSSC in 1996 as an important platform for the development of the digital economy in order to ensure the leg- legitimacy and ordinances of the digital economy environment. CMA 1998 was created as a legal framework to safeguard this vision. And you can see the need to tackle cybercrime with the issue in cybercrime. The government needed a law to deal with digital crimes, including defamation, harassment, fraud, and hate speech. Article 233 specially addressed specially acts of cyber abuse and aims to protect citizens from bad information and abusive behavior. So for the research problem part, you can see the first one is res- restrictions on freedom of expression. The next one is flexibility of legal provisions. The third one is internet anonymity and law enforcement changes. And the next one is potential risks of abuse. And the last one is lack due to technological changes.
This part is about our research objective, and the first is assessing the impact of the law on freedom of speech, and our purpose is to examine whether Article 233 has been applied in uh, practice in a way that restricts the freedom of public speech. And the next is exploring the application of the law in the decades environment. And the objective is to study the adaptation and the limitations of Article 233 in the context of rapidly evolving internet technologies. And next is a study on fairness and transparency in law enforcement. And the purpose is to assess the fairness of enforcement on of citation 233, and in terms of whether there is a selective enforcement or abuse of power. And the final is a survey on public um participants, and attitude toward the lawyer. Purpose is to find out the level of honors and attitudes of the public toward Article 233 and its impact on online behavior. And my methods is focus group interview will conducted to collect the views of different groups of people on the law and its impact on personal online behavior. And its part is about our methodology. And first about the participant recruitment. We recruited the 13 Chinese participants aged 21 to 25 years old and of different genders. 15 from media or law programs, 15 from other programs such as FEP. And the next is about data conclusion. Data will collected through two focus group. The conversations on topics such as are young people aware of this lawyer, whether they can use this lawyer, and what are their views on this lawyer. And next is ethical considerations. All participants singing the informed consent foremost to ensure confidently and anonymity. Next is data analyze. Semantic analysis is used to identify major themes, and the results are presented through this descriptive text and sections.
This part is our funding knowledge of the law. Most of the students interviewed have limited knowledge of Article 233. About 50% students completely unaware of this law and had not heard of its contents. About 33% students have heard of the law, but they are not sure about its content or use. About 17% students just have some knowledge of the law, especially among students of media, law, or related disciplines, whether this law can be used. Students' response to the question of whether or not they could use Section 233 to protect their rights were more policed. Some students thought it was possible. They said they could consider relying on this law if they encountered online harassment and defamation. Some students would confused. Many students do not understand the specific reporting process or legal assistance channels, and thought it might be difficult for the general public to use the law. A few students were unsure. They were not sure if the law would work for individuals or if they would need professional help such as a lawyer. The second part is the perception of the law. Firstly, positive view. The majority of students considered the law's initial intentions to be positive, especially in terms of regulating the online environment and preventing cyberbullying and the spread of false information. Some students mentioned that this law is very important in digital society to protect the public from online abuses. Second part is negative or critical comments. Some students will contend that the provisions of the law were vague and could be abused. For example, by restricting freedom of speech or targeting voice critical of the government. Some students mentioned the problem of obscure or selective enforcement of the law and believe that it could be difficult for majority people to benefit from it. Third part is
ambivalence. Some should generally supported the objectives of the law, but felt that more transport enforcement mechanisms and clear definitions of terms were needed. This suggested that the government should increase public education about the law, especially about how to use it legally. This will enable citizens to know better and what circumstances they can use the law to protect themselves.
So for the last part, we still have some recommendations for improvements. So the law could be amended to clarify the definition of relevant terms and reduce ambiguity at the same time. A more transparent and impartial view review um, mechanism should be established to ensure that the use of the law does not deviate it from its original intent. It's also important to enhance practical awareness of uh, online behavioral norms and legal responsibilities through public and training. In addition, with the rapid development of technology and the cyber environment, legal permissions need to be regularly reviewed and uploaded to maintain their applicability and effectiveness. So, in the conclusion, the university students interviewed generally had a low level of understanding of Section 233 of the Communications and Multimedia Act 1998, but expressed some agreements with the objective of the act and felt that it helped to remain cyber security. However, due to the lack of clean procedural guidelines and practical education, they expressed reservations about the practical usability of the act and the fairness of its imper- improve implementation. That's it. Thank you.